Hey, Lynette here. I want to talk about something. Actually, I don't really want to talk about it. I feel like I need to, though. I know I come to y'all and I talk about how I feel like people are abandoning me. And I'm sorry I do that, but it's a work in progress. Sometimes I do under my self worth and I don't not feel this way, but most of the time I get overwhelmed and I feel like I'm never good enough. It's stupid. It really is. It's it makes no sense, but it does in the moment to me. Every chance my mom got when I was growing up, from the time I was little till I got older, she would call people and say, "Get this brat out of my face." I don't want to have anything else to do with her. Or she called me a little bitch. Even when I was as young as 6 years old, seven, eight. Back when most of the rest of the family didn't think that about me. By the time I was a teenager, I really was acting like I was a little bitch. I wore that as a badge of honor. I would do anything to piss people off. And as bad as it sounds, I meant it. I didn't give a fuck. The older I get, the more I don't feel that way. But I've been struggling with feeling like I don't want to get out of bed and I don't want to do anything. And I'm hurting and I keep having colds, which it is the time of the year where I struggle with that. But with that comes me feeling this way very hardly. And reason I'm talking about this is if I lash out, if I say anything out of the way, I am very sorry. It it's hard for me. Don't get me wrong, there are people that I'd like to lash out and tell them to go fuck off. And I mean it. But with that being said, the people in my life that I interact with on here, that I talk to on social media, I don't mean to. Sometimes I go overboard without meaning to, and it's a big reason why I don't talk to anyone, and I haven't been. Because I know myself. I might take it out of context and bite someone's head off. It's a big reason why I started smoking again. And I keep getting told that I need to quit. But if you've never smoked, you don't understand it. It's not that simple. I've struggled with smoking cigarettes since I was about, sorry to say, 12 years old. I stopped when my dad went to jail. And that brings up another subject. I had a very bad relationship with him. For years, he scared me. Then I finally thought, I've had enough of this crap. I'm not putting up with you, even if you do scare me. And I went up to him. And ever since then, anyone that tried to be mean to me that is a guy, and I do mean in relationships as far as boyfriends go, I was like, don't you fucking come at me like that. I know you. You are my dad all over again. Last long term relationship I had, my ex started doing things that made me feel like it was my dad all over again. And I hit him so damn hard that I gave him a goose egg on his head. Is violence a good thing? No. Do I regret it? Hell no. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. As funny as this may seem, I'm very sensitive, but I don't let people see that. I'm afraid to let anyone in because all my life I've always been told that you're not good enough. You're stupid, you're ignorant, you're lazy. Only thing anyone ever told me is you're beautiful. And every time someone says that to me, I'm like, fuck you. Leave me the fuck alone. At one point, I tried to be ugly so people would quit saying that I'm beautiful. I still have problems with being complimented. I take it better now than I used to, but part of me feels like I shouldn't be saying this stuff because I keep trying to be vulnerable and talk about my feelings with people on YouTube that I follow, and then lo and behold, somebody will come and talk to me on them, and it won't be the people that are on the thing, it'll be others, and it makes me very uncomfortable, things they say to me. And I know it's my insecurity, some of it's not, but I was on my friend's channel today, and I asked her to do a reading for me. She didn't, um, but we did talk about the whole. Hello, Stephen from Craven Something Scary. How are you doing? We talked about a lot of things, but my friend told me that when you're feeling better, when you're feel like you can get the help you need. Talk to people that can help you with the way you're feeling. And it made me want to smile. She also told me, don't think I'm going to tell you, because I told her I was smoking again, and I know how she says not to do that and everything. And I thought she was going to fuss at me. She said, take as much time as you know. If you need to smoke, do it. But wean yourself off of doing it. And that's true. Don't quit cold turkey. That's the worst thing you can do because you go right back to it and you'll probably smoke more than you were before. It's hard right now. I keep, in today's society, it's always advertised. Everyone says that if you're not doing stuff, if you're only laying around and not being productive, then you're lazy and you're worthless. And I've been in a lot of pain and not wanting to do anything. And I've been having headaches that are horrible. When I can't do stuff, when I'm not doing anything, it's hard on me because I feel worthless. And I know why I feel that way. It's the images that people have created that say you can't have an off day. You have to go, 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 go all the time, or you are not productive. And there's plenty of people out there that will argue with the fact, but try telling that to my head. Yes, I love you. You're a good boy. What do you want from me? Come on, Dougie. Don't be hitting my phone. Quit your grumbling. Yes, I kiss you. Ah, quit. Jack does not like me crying. He does everything in his power to get me to stop, which isn't a bad thing. I feel like in his own way he's telling me it's okay to not be okay. I know. This is exactly what my friend told me. Also said, if, yeah, one day at a time. She also told me that it's all right to take days where you don't do anything. I didn't go into all the things that I was thinking in my head, but she knew. I mean, she struggles with the same thing, and yeah, I think that a lot of people do, but they don't know how to express it and everything. Sorry. Now, I have really great people in my life that try to encourage me and everything, and I should listen to them more than I do the hater or my head. Hello, my head. Say hello to my head, Jack Jack. What are you looking for? I've been battling a headache, and my allergies won't quit bothering me. And I've been trying to lay around and do nothing the last few days, but I'm like, I'm tired of this. I I have ADHD, which means I'm hyper, and I do not like laying around doing nothing. Oh, I have news. Yeah, well, y'all probably have seen because y'all both are my moderators, but I have 190 subscribers now, which is astonishing, really. I can't believe how many people are wanting to be on my channel, and I'm glad I did this and y'all came on here because I forgot. Oh no, 10 from 200, not 100. Definitely, I want to hear something shocking. But yeah, with everything going on, I totally forgot about that, and I'm glad that congratulations, man. I hope that me advertising you got you to where it helped get you that many people. I really do. And I keep looking at the status of my video where I promoted channels on it, and I have the most views from that. I have 138, and every time I go back to YouTube Studios, I get more views on it. But yeah, so hopefully, I help to do that. I have to understand. There's a lot of people I could put up and everything on people for everyone to watch, but I wanted people that didn't have that many subscribers, and that's why I didn't put everyone. But I wanted. Um, I like to learn. I really do. And it feels nice to be appreciated. I mean, for what for my brain and what I know. You always say that I have so much knowledge. It always yeah. I'm for a long time people didn't like me talking about it, but I found great people that love hearing me talk about what I think about movies and different theories. And when I have bad days, I will keep that in mind. You are one of the people that, one of the first I remember and everything, and you always opened up and welcomed me with open arms, Stephen. And you were a big creator, and I mean, having small or big, it really doesn't matter. But it still surprises me that someone that has as many followers as you do would open up and be that kind and everything. And we really do. We always try to help everyone. Hello, Keith. Thank you for coming, Barbara. Speaking of someone that's always been generous, you too, Keith. I mean, I never thought that I would feel like I belong because all my life people have told me that I don't. And then I get into the horror community and into the witchcraft community, and everyone in both have opened their arms up to me and been so kind and loving. And I mean it. I I know I don't say this enough, but it means the world to me more than anyone will ever know. it it seems like in this economy, in this world, people are not. It's the sad but true reality of the times we're living in. People don't try to help or be there for each other. They just care about what they need and want. Exactly. Yeah, everything comes back around though. I mean, if you are like them people that are assholes, you're gonna get what's coming to you. I truly believe that. Yeah, I know. I seen that. I mean, everybody has days when they are mean and they snap off and everything, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ones that deliberately go out of their way to be mean. They will get what's coming to them. Yeah, give me a minute. I need to do something. What was the question that Stephen said? I don't see it on my end. Um, I haven't seen Strange Darling. I I've been watching a lot of YouTube content creators, and I've only seen two movies from 2025, and one of them I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't like it. I love Strange. I mean, I love the. Oh, birthday. He's still doing it. I really should. I mean, I have Hulu and it's on there. But yeah, she did a really great job in that movie. I have to agree with you. I have a question for y'all. Have any of y'all seen Sarian? It's a TV show, and a lot of people that I know in some of my other groups, they've been talking about that show, and um, I haven't even heard about it. It's called Severance. It seems like it's a pretty good show. Yeah, that's the name of it. Yeah, everyone in my groups have been talking nonstop about that show, and one of the people I started following, she's up and coming, and I talk about her own people to watch out for. She's not been doing her channel long, but she was talking about the show and how much she loved it. And from what she talks about it, I think I should watch it, but I haven't got. Yeah, that movie you're talking about, Mayan. Erica keeps telling me you need to see that movie tonight. She asks me every time I do a live stream if I've seen it yet. But the only things that I have seen that's come out this year is they're not horror. Before I say anything, was Wicked, and that was the one I was talking about. I only watched 30 minutes of it because I wanted to hurt Glenda. I did not like her at all. And the other show that I've watched, movie that I've seen from 2025 is the new Bridget Jones's Diary. Well, I don't think it's got diary in it, but I I like a lot of the stuff that came out in 2024, and I haven't seen everything, but I've seen a lot. And most of what I've seen from last year, I liked. The only one that I didn't was the Dracula movie. I can't think of it. Maybe it was 2023, but the Dermer Voyage, or something like that. But the reason can't remember if it was 2023 or 2024 is because I didn't watch it till last year. Um, but yeah, I really didn't like that movie. Thank you for coming, Stephen. I appreciate it. I really liked, and everybody tells me that that ain't a good movie, but I loved Nosferatu. It oh no, that ain't the movie. I really liked what was it called? The First Omen. It's probably my favorite from last year, and thank you for everything, Stephen, and thanks for having my back. It means a lot. Yeah, he definitely is, Keith. Um, I can remember a time I was doing a live stream and I had a lot of nasty people and I was getting overwhelmed. And Steven realized that and he said, ranch me. And I was like, really? You want me to give you a ranch? And he started swiping all them dang people the minute I gave him one. And he was like, don't you mess with my girl. I don't take no crap off no one. Y'all ain't messing with my girl. Uh, but yeah, that was like 3 years ago, and yeah, it is. So, y'all know me, I'm pretty sure. Come on and say hello. I won't bite. I know that there's people out there because I'm looking at my little eyeball and it says 5, and only 2 of you are talking. Come on. I'll be back in a minute. Hey, Sarah. There is nothing wrong with not being a man's man. People put too much emphasis on people being stuff. Um, the reason I always say, remember, don't be the person everybody wants you to be you. I'm not saying it right. Thank you. Yeah, my shirt is a plain old black t-shirt, and my Aunt Judy made it to look like this. She took white out and glue and glitter, and she sprinkled it all over my shirt, and she gave it to me. She's always making me things, and yeah, it really does. I mean, if you know what you're doing with a car, you save time and money and everything. But I'm telling you right now, if you've got a newer car, you aren't gonna fix it. They made it they've designed it where you have to pay out the bucks. I'm feeling better. I had a good cry on here and everything, but my friends were talking to me, and they it helped me and everything. And I and you and Lisa and Percy also y'all helped me, but I think I really needed to cry about how I was feeling and everything. And, thanks for asking, Sarah. I know. It really is. It's hard sometimes for me to let things out and everything, but it's never good to do that. Yeah, it definitely is, Keith. Hello, Jason from Ginger Ninja Movie Reviews. How are you? You're up pretty early. I appreciate you being here so early. Um, I prefer this. You're new to my channel, and I've never really talked about this on any of Lisa's lives, but I don't. I get nervous around doing videos for Twitch. I was in trauma for years. I was on stage doing that, and acting's never been a problem for me, or being in front of people. Um, Not that this is acting. I'm authentic and myself, and unlike a lot of people that I know on YouTube, I don't script. So whatever comes out of my mouth is generally true. Mm. Yeah, no problem. I thought I had you as one of my moderators, but apparently I didn't. It was fun. I loved it. It was back in high school, which feels like a million years ago from who I am now. But it's been 22 years since I graduated, and it was an escape from reality. And back when I was growing up as a teenager, I needed that escape. I am going to do something. I can't stand this right now. And I don't understand why someone would call it that. It is a ranch. At least that's what we call it here in the States. Okay. Uh, I suppose I could take these off and I would stop feeling so sweaty, but I'm not doing that right now. I'd have to. Great name. Well, Jason, I'm telling you right now, I have all the time in the world to watch movies and review them, and I don't do it. I need to, though, but yeah, some of my English people say there are days when I don't have enough spoons. Well, this one, either way you say it makes sense, but spoons is a way of saying that you have low energy, but English people say that instead of low energy. Um, but yeah, some of the things that we say, I find, and y'all say, I find weird that it's said another way. I mean, like crackers are what we call cookies. Oh, it's hot. The grumpy old ninja reviews. I definitely agree, Ginger. Yep, I think I like that better than potato chips. It just sounds better. They're crisp. Unless you let them get old and soggy, and then they're not. But you got two votes that when you retire and you're still doing YouTube, you should call your channel the Grumpy Old Ginger Ninja Review. Come on, it'll be great. Fries or chips? Uh-huh, they are. I hang around a lot of English people, and Sarah is one of them. I picked up on a lot of what they say. Okay, well, have good dinner. Thanks for coming. They sure have a different way of speaking. You want to hear a joke? I went to New Day, and this is after St. Patrick's Day was over, but they still had some of the decorations for St. Patrick's Day, and I told one of the people that worked there, Steven, I was like, it'd be funny if I went around tell I'd get a good old laugh after telling everybody, "Kiss me, I'm Irish," and I'm like, what's funny about it is I am. Of course, I don't want anyone kissing me, so I ain't saying that. But he laughed, and he said, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm Irish." Sometimes we call wedges wedges, and sometimes we call them steak fries here. If you go to a restaurant, they call them wedges. If you go to the grocery store and buy them in a freezer, they call them steak fries, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. Don't work too hard, Keith, and don't uh, make yourself so angry at it either. Um, if you're still watching, I know what you're thinking. How do you know that? But yeah, I'm fully aware of that. You're on the East Coast with me, so you too. Take care, boy. Much love. Bye bye. Yeah, it is. Just uh, if I'm not doing a watch party, it usually is a stream where I just talk about anything and everything. Um, but most of the people that follow me, they we always do this. We talk about all sorts of things, and we have a lot of fun with it. Part of the reason why my name is so long and it has all that stuff in it is because of the fact that I talk about all different things from witchcraft to mental health to books. But the reason I have culture is to talk about movies and books, and that is culture. And health is for physical, emotional, and mental health. And obviously, you know what witchcraft's for. And since you're new to my channel and you've only ever seen Jack in pictures, say hello to Sarah, Jack. Yes, I love you. Everybody loves Jack, and they always are like, when he's not on, where's Jack? I said, no. He pops in and out, but he likes the camera. He likes to get in front of it, and yeah, pretty much everyone says that about my Jack Jack. He's a mixed lab. He still acts like a pup, but he isn't. He'll be 9 years old in April. I know that he has lab. I know he's got poodle. I'm convinced he has beagle in him. He isn't as big as a lab should be, but yeah. I think he might have a pit in him. A bulldog. Yeah, pit bull. I guess he should. What are you trying to get at? Every time I do a live stream, no matter what channel it's on or who I'm doing it with, he's always my co-host. He loves the spotlight. Don't you, Jack? Because everybody except for one person, they love Jack. They're all like, "Yay, Jack's here!" Oh, my sweet boy. Okay, doggy, go on. Yeah, you know him very well. He definitely is like that. I mean, I live with my grandma, and when I go to talk to her about something, he will jump up on the bed and he will put his body where I can't get close to her. He is a very jealous boy. Hello, my green-eyed monster. Yes, 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 yes. When I say smoke, right now I'm smoking this, but leave my vape alone, because I don't have any of my cigarettes right now, but yeah, I don't have money to buy any until Tuesday, but I'm not gonna run out. Hello, Rob. Um, the only places that I know you can watch Mayfair Witches is here in the States. They have it on Plex. Plex. That's a free site. It has ads. Um, AMC Plus, Shudder. No, AMC Plus, because it's an AMC original show. They may have it on Shudder. I don't think they do though. And it's on Netflix. A lot of people don't like that show, but I knew what I was getting into when I watched it because I'm showing you something. Give me a minute. This is the first book in the stories of the Mayfair Witches. I read this book for the first time, and I've read it many times. I mean, look at it. You can tell it's been read over and over. I've read it the first time I was 17 when I read that book, and I knew what I was getting into when I watched it. It's only the first season. It is not the second that just ended on, I think. Give me a minute and let me make sure that I'm right about that. Okay. Oh yeah, they are. Anne Rice wrote 3 books about the Mayfair witches, and then she wrote 3 books that were about the Vampire Chronicles crossover from the regular Vampire Chronicles, and they it had, and if you know anything about the Vampire Chronicles, there's this group of people called the Telemasca, and the Talamasca are on both the Mayfair witches and in the. But yeah, I have a lot of Anne Rice's books and everything. But they're actually doing a spin-off show. Yeah, it's only the first season on here, but I'm sure that eventually they'll have season 2. Um, they're actually doing a spin-off in, I think, no, actually it says November 21st of Salamasca. And yeah, there's 2. They just finished season 2 the first Sunday of March. The first Sunday of March. Not first Sunday of March. Oh, but yeah, but because it is an AMC original, you can't watch it on any of the platforms for a little while. I'm sure they will. I think I looked it up on Google, and it's supposed to be going to Netflix in July. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe that it'll be out in July on that. I've only seen the first two seasons of Interview with a Vampire. And I haven't seen all the seasons of Interview with a Vampire, just up to season 2, episode 2. I I'm big into horror movies and TV shows, and of course I'm gonna watch and read the books of Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles. I because vampires are my favorite. I love 'em. I'm gonna go on to here and look because I could swear that there are 3 on AMC Plus. I might be wrong. Just like with Mayfair Witches, Interview with a Vampire is AMC original show. Yeah, the TV show and the movies of Interview with a Vampire, according to the Jam, are so different than the TV show. Um, yeah, you're right. There's only 2 seasons, but I still only watched the second season, episode 2. That's as far as I went with that. Um, I actually have in this one Interview with a Vampire. I don't know if I can buy the TV show, but I've had Interview with a Vampire for a long time. Yeah, over here in the States, I don't know if y'all have this, but on Tubi, they have a lot of them great old shows and everything, and it's on there. And I tried to do movies from the '80s that were places where anybody could get access to them, or a lot of people. I mean, I know a lot of people get Tubi. Canada, Mexico, Australia, which I have a lot of people there in all three places in America um, that get Tubi, and that's why I put it there. Yeah, I agree. My decades of movies, especially if they're horror, are 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Um, but I have a lot more 70s and 80s movies than any of them. I mean, I do have things from this era, and all my movies that are comedies are from the 70s and 80s. There's a few that are 90s and a handful from the 2000s, but the movies that are supposed to be comedies now, in my opinion, are trash. I'll be 41 my birthday. I like a lot of things that are from the past and everything. I mean, I go all the way back to the movies that are the 1920s, some of them. In every decade, even this one, I do have. I but I'm an old soul. Everybody says that. I like things that are. Yeah, I should like things that are from the 90s and 2000s, but I don't, except for music. I've always been told that, even when I was a teenager. My teacher used to tell me, "You have an old soul. You're wiser than you realize." But I think it has a lot to do with the way I was brought up, and my grandma raised me. So there's another reason I go into watching things that are. I love that movie. It's a great movie. It's so much goofy fun, and it's definitely my style of movie. I mean, it has comedy, it has horror, and it's got a nice blend to it. Yeah, definitely. I definitely find it very funny. I mean, they say it's horror, but I don't find it scary. It just makes me laugh. I've never seen that movie, but I've heard of it, and I should watch it. I mean, I have access to it. It is on Tubi, which is free with apps, and can't be free with apps. Whoa. You're back again. I used to. Yeah, it's definitely a comedy horror. Especially if you're afraid of clowns. But me, I never have been. The only exception to that rule is Tim Curry playing Pennywise. When he jumps out of the picture, that freaks me out. I didn't know they remade that movie. But the one I was talking about is from the 80s. Um, that's on Tubi. Yeah, he definitely was. Um, he's one of my favorite actors. There's only one thing he's ever done that I can't watch. He's so creepy and unnerving in it. There's a TV show called Criminal Minds, and in one of the well, it was two episodes because I did part one and part two. He was the serial killer in the show. His character was so unnerving. I can't watch that episode, them two episodes, because of how much how creepy he was, and it's a little too close to home for me to watch. So, I mean, what I mean by that is, Criminal Minds is stuff that could actually happen in the real world, so to speak. People could actually do, yeah, yeah. Another great one that's passed and is definitely missed in the horror community is Tony Todd. If you don't know who he is, he's Candyman. Whether you've ever seen Candyman or not, I'm sure you've heard the name. Um, he was also in the Final Destination. He actually was in the spin-off. They call it a remake, but it's a reimagining movie. But he was only in it for 2 minutes. And if you've ever seen that, you might miss him being in the new one that came out in 2021. Um, he kind of basically handed the torch over to the new Candyman. Just as you. It ain't a remake. Okay, if you've ever seen Candyman, in the movie, Candyman keeps trying to go after the little baby. In the what they call the remake, the baby is a grown ass man, and he starts doing things like the Candyman did. There's a few remakes, most people don't realize they are that were done well. Did you know that the 1978 movie The Thing was a remake? And most people say that that movie is better than the original one. And the Jeff Goldblum movie, The Fly, by Cronenberg, is also a remake. Um, yeah, it's called The Thing from Another Planet. You're okay. Thank you for coming and everything. I know that you'll probably have to get to work soon and everything. Yeah, and The Fly was a movie that starred Vincent Price. I like both, and but they're very different in a lot of ways. Um, there's some similarities. The Thing from Another World and The Thing, they are more different than any two movies that were remakes ever could think to be. Yeah, I don't have a problem with watching black and white. I mean, somewhere in my collection are the Universal monsters, originals from the 30s and 40s. Um, Psycho, far superior to the remake. Vincent Price is a really great actor, and it is worth watching, in my opinion. I mean, anything he does is great. Of course, there's only two movies that he ever did that were in color. And I can't remember the one, but the other one was the last film he ever did, and that was Edward Scissorhands. But and The Fly was definitely one of his crowning moments. So yeah, check it out. It's really good. If I could, a lot of the people that are in the horror community, they always say, asking questions of people, and they're like, if you could meet a celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be? I'd definitely like to meet, I did not know that. I'm going to have to look for them because, Vincent Price, vampire, definitely right up my alley. Um, Hello, Casey. That is funny, Sarah. Maybe you're kin to Vincent. You want to hear something funny? My grandpa used to say that we're kin to James Patterson because my mom's dad's last name is Patterson. Before she married. It was a joke. I don't think we're kin to James, but anyone out there that's not a book person, James Patterson is a writer. He is known for writing Alex Cross books. More like we wish we were related to them so they would give us their money. Because even if we were related, I seriously doubt they would give us their money. Um, Hey, I'm your long lost relative. Can I have some of your money? I'm actually kin to a celebrity. I don't know if y'all know about NASA or not. Um, the race car things. Well, there's a guy and he advertises goody powder. His name is Tom Brady. No, not Tom Brady. Tom Petty. And I'm definitely kin to him, but um, yeah, NASCAR. That's just an American thing. I wouldn't want to go talking to him though. I mean, my dad was a hothead when he was alive, and one time he got mad and he punched him in the face. I went up to him and said we were family. He'd probably be mad. And he found out my dad hit him. I'm not sure what that is. Bela Lugosi, is that who you're saying? Um, yeah, that's what you're saying. I like him. I mean, he is Dracula. Like I said, Universal Monsters. I have them movies. I really should be wearing my glasses because it's starting to. But yeah, Lugo, Bela Lugosi is I, there's actually a movie that I have somewhere in here, and Bela Lugosi was in a movie with somebody, Lon Chaney Jr. and Vincent Price, and it was an Edgar Allan Poe story, and you said you don't like black and white films and everything. There's a lot of people that don't. It doesn't bother me. No, it's called The Telltale Heart. But that was another one. It's called The Bat that he was in. But yeah, Bela Lugosi is known for being Dracula. He was the first one. I'm sure you've seen commercials. I love that. Of him doing that one, that commercial. A lot of the movies that were black and white, they digitally enhanced it to be in color now. Yes, look into my eyes. That's a classic scene with vampires telling their victims to look into their eyes. Of course, my favorite Dracula, it's a long ass movie, but I like it, is Gary Oldman. Second, close second favorite is got to be Christopher Lee. He was crazy in the Dracula movies. You obviously like horror movies. Do you have a favorite like subgenre? Like good example. I'll tell you what mine are. In the order I like them. I like monster movies, followed by paranormal, and then I like slashers. I really like any kind of horror, except I don't really do creature feature. I like some of them, but I really don't like creepy crawlies or animals in my horror movies. I might have 10 that I will watch over and over. I mean, I love Lake Placid. Good example of movies that are closer to this era. Well, of course you do. I mean, gore is a big part of the 70s and 80s. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Supernatural. I grew up with that. It's definitely my era of when I was a teenager watching that. Right now I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They're some of the best. I mean, a lot of people think that they're not because, let's face it, people don't like it when it don't have a good ending. But that's Hollywoodized stuff. If you're a true horror fan, you like the movies that don't have happy endings, like The Terror. Um, that movie came to mind. That was, if you didn't know, Jack Nicholson's first ever movie he did. Most people think that, oh, I am Team Spike too. I love James as Spike. He was so great. I really didn't like Angel. Everybody seems to like Angel, but I was Spike. He was my favorite. Always has been since season two. I have a question for you. James is American, but don't you think that he did such a great job playing an English speaking person? So do I. Where do we go from here? Yeah, he was American, but I thought he did so well pulling off. And when he did interviews talking about he ain't English, I was like, I know I'm not English, but I usually can spot someone trying to pretend like they are. Because most people cannot pull it off. Yeah, let me rest in peace. While you come around here knocking on my gate. I can't really remember that. It's been a little while since I watched that episode, but I'm on season two. Speaking of Buffy, just popped in my head. Poor Michelle dying to lay down and sleep. Let me rest in peace. Let me lay. I think after I get off here, I'm going to go find that song and listen to it. Um, but yeah, a lot of people don't like that season. Yeah, I've been reading up and listening to things that happened to her and everything, and she went through a lot while she was alive, and but now she can rest in peace. Speaking of her and what I was talking about, like with Tim Curry being on Criminal Minds, she was on Criminal Minds too, and the guy that played Matthew Gray Garver, his character's name is Spencer, and he was dating this girl, and Michelle was friends with her. Well, she really wasn't, but she pretended to be, and then the girl found her out, and she had to change her name and everything. And I thought Michelle played a great psychopath. Um, she she nailed being crazy. I don't really watch Criminal Minds anymore, but when it was on air, I watched it all the time. And well, yeah, it okay. There's a Bureau of Investigation, the FBI does, and everything, and they go around and investigate serial killers, and that's what Criminal Minds is all about. Um, I got into it and was watching it because of an actress named AJ Cook. She's been in a lot of things, and I really liked her when she was younger doing stuff. And her and Mandy Pinkman were the only two that were on Criminal Minds that I knew before I started watching. Yeah, um, I definitely do. My taste is all over the place. I mean, I love musicals. I like stuff like what you said. I like cartoons. I I like a few westerns. I'm not really into dramas, except TV dramas. I thought that David was better in Bones than he was playing Angel. I'll give you that. It's not for everyone, and I don't like very many. Okay. Tombstone. The Two Young Guns movies and Blazing Saddles. That's it. Them are my line in the stand of what I like as westerns. um, so I shouldn't say I like westerns. That's my, yeah. I definitely agree with you. I mean, he did so much more for her than Angel, but she kept going back to his ass. He even went through torture to get a soul for her. I will definitely check that out. Here's another show you may like. Thinking about Buffy and everything. There's a guy on there, and he was the preacher in the last season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And most people know him for Firefly. I can't remember Nick's last name, but he was on a TV show called Castle. A really great show. I think you should check that out too, if you haven't seen it. Yeah, he did. But she kept going back to that one thing he did that was a mistake. And right after he realized what he did, he went and tried to get a soul. And have a good night. Have a good morning, Jason, at Ginger Ninja Movie. I love Castle. Everybody keeps telling me that I should watch Firefly because not to be on a harp of this bad man, but he was horrible and everything, and everybody knows Josh Wheaton was bad, but he made great shows. And me, I don't care what you do. And if I like a show, if I invest in it and it moves me, I'm gonna watch it. I mean, I can't throw away Buffy because Josh Wheaton, the creator, was a horrible person. I definitely gonna have to check that out. I think Nick was a really great actor, and I've liked him in everything I have ever seen him in. Now, I didn't really like him as the bad guy in Buffy, but he did that character so well. He was so creepy. You could feel his intensity, and that makes a great actor. But yeah, somewhere in this room, I have all of the seasons of Buffy, and I don't have very many TV series, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chuck, Charmed, the original, not the remake. Uh, 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 if they ever made that into a movie, I want into a DVD or a Blu-ray, I never buy it. Yeah, I definitely am. I'm big fan of Buffy. I like Sarah. Always have, always will. The only thing I didn't like her in was Scream 2, but she died, and she played essentially a dumb blonde. And I just I don't like seeing Sarah pretend to be something what I think is not good. Um, I have 21 Jump Street every season except for three. I have the Adams Family, and I have True Blood. Them are the only TV series that I have. If I could afford it, if I can't break myself down to actually pay for American Horror Story because of how expensive it is, but I love that show. Every season except for Colt and Roanoke. Don't get me wrong, Roanoke is a good storyline, and if it wasn't for it being found footage, I would love it. But I will never like Colt. I do not like politics. But I get extremely sick if I watch shaky cams, and they did that in Roanoke, and I just can't watch it except the first half of it. I like it so much. It's why I have Hulu. I I can't watch American Horror Story on television because I don't have cable, and yeah, I love Coven. But here's how I rank it. Okay, there's Coven. There is Hotel. Then Apocalypse. Then 1984. Then Murder House. Then Asylum. Then Freak Show. Then a double feature. Then NYC. And then last year. And then, of course, the ones I don't like. Roanoke purely because it's found footage, and then last, and it's definitely last and least, it's Coven. I'm very surprised that I liked last season's. Um, I don't really like Emma Roberts. She annoys me, but she did a great job in last season's American Horror Story. But she wasn't playing a whiny bitch. Yeah, she was in Roanoke as well as Hotel. Um, have you ever seen American Horror Stories? It's a spin-off of American Horror Story, and instead of every season, it's kind of done a little bit like Tales from the Crypt, where they every episode is something different. Sorry about Jack. He must have heard something, and his bark is very loud. Yeah, I follow American Horror Story, even the episodes that I don't particularly like. Ryan Murphy had her to be in pretty much the whole season and showing, but they were like, nope, we're cutting her out of part of the show and everything. They didn't want her in it as much as he did, and so it didn't work out that way. But yeah, she was supposed to be in it more than she was. So I've listened to him talk about commentary on it, and he was talking about American Horror Story, and the interviewer asked him about, was there anything that you wanted having done that got changed because the people in charge didn't want you to have it? And that's what he talked about. Yeah, Lady Gaga was great in the role. The worst part of it is he filmed all of the stuff, and they were like, nope, we're not putting that much in there on that storyline. Maybe one day they'll make an extended cut and we can see what it looked like and everything. Um, I'm not sure. Trying to think of some that. Well, me and my friend are doing a live watch party for a movie tomorrow, but it's not a new watch. It's called Demon Night. Not night like it's nighttime. Night like you are a night. Um, it is a Tales from the Crypt Presents movie, and I've seen it before. I might do the movie that she keeps telling me to watch, which is Strange Darling. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Um, I haven't watched it as much as the other Test for the Crypt Presents movie, which is Bay of Blood, but I like it. Bay of Blood you can find anywhere all the time, and I've never really wanted to pay to watch anything, and that's why I don't watch Demon Knight as much as I do Bay of Blood. You can hardly find it for free or on a streaming service I have. Yeah, I did mention the fact that I bought Bay of Blood because it's a vampire movie and it's also got one of my favorite actors in it, which is Corey Feldman. I was listening to the commentary on it, and he was like, I go from being a vampire hunter to being a vampire. And I laughed. That's why I'm laughing now. It, well, he was. He played a vampire in The Lost Boys, and he gets bit by a vampire, which is, if you never seen the movie, Lilith was a vampire in the storyline, and she bit him. Yeah, they did Lost Boys 2, and at the end of it, it says, in loving memory to Corey Haim. He was in it at the end of the movie as well, or in the middle of it. But they said in an interview in the movie that he had more scenes, but he committed suicide before they could film the rest of what he had to do. So they had to splice it together to make it look cool. So at least Corey Feldman said that. Um, yeah, they did. A lot of child actors, especially back when, around the time that the Coreys were doing movies, a lot of things happened to them. It didn't start till the 2000s that children were treated better and everything. There's a lot of stuff coming out about kids that worked in the 70s, 80s, and 90s that had was treated horribly um, in Hollywood, and not just them. I mean, yeah, I've seen some of his interviews where he talks about why Haynes did what he did and everything, and they were great friends. They Feldman produced the the second Lost Boys movie, and he directed the third one. But he had an influence into why Haynes got to be in the second movie, and yeah, it is. There's so many people out there that I grew up with, and everything, and you find out so much horrible stuff about them that's coming out now, about who they are and what they've done. And okay, I will in a minute. But yeah, the whole you find out so much stuff about some of the people that you grew up watching and everything. And sometimes I think about, do I want to quit? Do I want to stop watching the things that they make? But I mean, sometimes I am like, I'm not watching anything they've done anymore. But some of the stuff impacted me in ways, and I'm like, I can't stop watching it. These movies were impacted me and made me the person I am, and they're a source of comfort, and I can forget about what they did. Yeah, they need to change and everything, and hopefully people raising their voices and saying this has been happening and it's still happening, it will change. It's definitely a good um, stepping point, but only time will tell if will. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks to everyone that came. If you're watching on the replay, I appreciate it. Bye. Remember, be the person you're meant to be, not the one there.